I'm from Aussie Pumps. Today we'd like to congratulate you on your new purchase of your Aussie Cobra water jetter. We'd like to take 5 minutes of your time to run through some basic operating tips to show you how to get the best life out of your new machine. Your Cobra jetter is fitted with a Deca sealed battery. When you first get your machine, you'll see the battery is disconnected. To connect your battery, connect the negative to the negative and the positive to the outlet of the battery isolator as shown. Ensure that your connections are tight for best battery life. This green knob here is a battery isolator. This should always be disengaged when the machine is not in use. Wind it down to engage it to power up the machine. To get the best life out of your Deca battery, we recommend putting it on a 12-volt charger at least once a month to keep the voltage up on the battery. Your Aussie Cobra water jetter is either powered by a Honda or Briggs & Stratton Vanguard petrol engine. We recommend you use only standard unleaded fuel or premium unleaded, not E10 fuels. With your remote fuel tank, there's a breather fitted to the cap, which must always be open when operating. We also fit an on-off valve to the fuel line. Obviously, the valve has to be open when operating, but when not operating, always ensure the valve is closed. With your Cobra's high pressure hose reel, it comes factory fitted with a locking mechanism. This locking mechanism stops the reel from free spinning while the unit is being transported. Do not have it in the lock position when operating. It must always be unlocked when operating. If you do use it in the lock position, you will damage your hose reel and void the warranty. A very important part of the machine is your high pressure ball valve. This high pressure ball valve, currently in the closed position, now in the open position, basically engages water to the hose reel to make it live, or disengages to put your pump into bypass. Your Cobra jetter is fitted with a stainless steel water brake tank or supply tank. Your hose connection or inlet connection is here. We recommend that you must use a 3/4 inch supply hose, not a standard 1/2 inch garden hose. This will ensure plenty of water flow to the brake tank. Your Cobra jetter is fitted with a low water cutout. This prevents your pump from ever running dry. If the water level in your tank gets down to the cutout level, the engine will turn off. Your Cobra jetter is fitted with a high quality inlet strainer. It stops any debris getting from your water supply tank to your high pressure pump. The filter can easily be cleaned by unscrewing the bowl, pulling the strainer out and flushing it in water. We also recommend that when you finish using your water jetter, that you drain your water tank by the same method. This ensures that when transporting the machine, you don't get water spillage from the tank onto your high pressure pump. Part of your jetter daily tips will be checking your oil levels. Firstly, your pump oil. Secondly, your gearbox oil. And thirdly, your engine oil. The pump oil and gearbox oil, when the unit is cold, the level should be halfway up the sight glass, as you can see here. For the engine oil, when you remove the dipstick, it should also be up in between the min and max levels. The heart of your Cobra water jetter is the Bertolini high pressure piston pump. It features a pressure gauge, an unloader valve and a safety valve. The unloader valve is what bypasses the water when you disengage your water flow. Your safety valve here is a backup safety protection if this valve ever fails. If this valve expels water, please contact your closest service agent. Both your loader valve and safety valve are factory set and paint marked, as you can see here with the blue line. Please do not adjust or tamper with, otherwise this will void your warranty. Once you've connected your water supply and your brake tank is full, you've filled your fuel tank up and you're ready to operate, turn your fuel tap on. Ensure that your on-off valve is in the open position. Very important, in the open position. Release your hose, ensure the reel is not locked. Pull your hose out and come round to the back of the engine where the key starter is. Now that you're ready to start your Cobra Jetter, you have your fuel tap on, the hose reel is in the unlocked position, you have your hose in your hand with valve open and no nozzle fitted. See, open flow. Come down to your key starter, pull your choke out, lift your accelerator to 3/4 revs and turn your key. Once your engine is started, you can push in the choke and rev up the engine to maximum. You will get water coming out of your hose almost instantly, but it'll be coming out just like standard tap pressure. Once your engine's running, you can come back around to your valve and shut it off. This will put the machine into bypass. You're now ready to set up jet in, whether it's adding nozzles or connecting to your mini reel. It's very important when connecting your high pressure jets to the coupling that you ensure the coupling is engaged and locked. Pull the collar back on the coupling, push the tail into the coupling and push the collar up. When the collar is in the lock position, you should be able to spin it. If you cannot spin that collar, the coupling is not locked. If the hose goes down the pipe and the collar is not locked, your nozzle is gone, and these are not cheap. With your high pressure couplings, ensure to keep them clean. If they do get dirty, sand, debris in them, flush them out in water. Do not spray them with a oily substance such as WD-40, because that'll hold the dirt in them. The couplings will also wear. If you find that the couplings are a very loose fit, replace them. They're much cheaper than replacing the nozzles. In your 7-piece Mustang nozzle box, you get your penetrator nozzle, which is a 1 forward, 3 back jet nozzle, used for clearing your blockage, making that first hole. Your second Mustang nozzle is the negotiator, with 1 forward jet and 6 rear jets. This is more of a flushing nozzle for removing a lot of silt or sand out of a pipe. You also get what we call the turbine root mulcher. This is a nozzle that spins the water and moves up the pipe in a reverse action with water rotating behind it. This is what you use for cutting roots. Generally, you'll find that plumbers will use the penetrator first to make the hole, then the turbine root mulcher to get through that hole and cut the roots. Included in your kit is a handy spanner which allows you to disconnect the tail and cone from your Mustang nozzle. Because this is actually made up of 3 pieces. If you damage the protective cone, it can be replaced, and to pull it apart just by unscrewing the tail and removing it and fitting a new one. There's also a tip cleaner included with your kit for unblocking jet holes. When using the tip cleaner, ensure that you are gentle with it and wind it into the holes like a drill bit. This will save you from breaking the tip cleaner. A spare quick connect coupling is also included in case this one is damaged, so you've got a spare on hand to replace on the job site. The compressor nozzle and adapter can be used for your tighter bends in the pipes. This coupling can be removed and the compressor fitted directly onto the swage end of the hose. This makes your rigid piece shorter and the hose more manoeuvrable through the pipe. The high quality jetting hose that we fit to your Cobra machine, we also put on tape markers at 1 metre, 2 metre and 3 metre intervals. This gives you an idea of where your hose is at when you're doing your actual jetting work. For example, once you are ready to start jetting, you have your nozzle connected to the end, you stick a hose into the pipe, ensure that it is in the pipe at least to the first marker. The hose is in the pipe to the first marker, your engine's running, you're ready to start jetting, engage your high pressure. When you're finished jetting and you're pulling your hose out of the pipe, once you get to your markers, you know the nozzle is not far away and that the hose or disconnection of the high pressure jet should be activated before you pull the hose out of the pipe. Once you've finished jetting and you've disengaged your high pressure water, you can pull the hose out of the pipe. To shut down your engine correctly, drop down to idle speed and turn off the key. Once the engine is turned off, turn your fuel tap off. With the nozzle removed from the coupling, release the pressure in the line and you're ready to wrap your hose up. Once finished, connect your high pressure hose to the storage coupling and lock the reel back into the locking position. Drain the water tank by removing the inline filter and disengage your battery isolator. The Aussie Cobra water jetter also doubles up as a powerful high pressure cleaner. By connecting your washdown gun and lance to your high pressure hose, you're ready to start cleaning. Once the engine's operating, open your isolation valve. You'll now have high pressure to your gun, pull the trigger and off you go. So that pretty much wraps up my introduction of the new Cobra jetter. Please read carefully the operator's manual that comes with the machine. There may have been a couple of things I missed. There are full warranty and service information in your manual. If you have any questions at all, contact your local Aussie Pump distributor. Thank you for purchasing your machine and happy jetting.